unselfish play. That unselfishness became contagious. Ty Lawson showing you he's got some ups to go with that speed.
Gallinari with the crossover.
What's up, Nuggets fans? Denver Nuggets fan 2 back here again, here to give you guys my game recap for the Denver Nuggets 123-115 win over the New Jersey Nets. A good win for us, good bounce back win for us after that terrible performance against the New Orleans Hornets, and then we moved to 7-4 with this win. We had a great game shooting the ball in this game against the Nets. We shot 59% from the field, 61% from the three-point line, and 80% from the free throw line. Across the board, just a great shooting night for us. You'd love seeing us shoot 61% from the three-point line. Obviously, this year we've struggled to hit the three ball, so that was good to see. And then 59% from the field. You'd love seeing that, getting high percentage shots, getting easy buckets. That's always a plus. For the Nets, on the other hand, also shot well. They were 52% from the field, 57% from the three-point line, and 75% from the free throw line. Obviously, you don't like seeing the Nets shoot 57% from the three-point line. I thought perimeterly our defense could have been better, and that was really the only reason that Nets were able to stay in this game was their three-point shooting. But all in all, we came out with a win, and that's all that matters to me. Did a lot of good things in this game, obviously scoring 123 points. You love seeing that, especially after coming off that abysmal offensive performance against the Hornets where we only scored 81. To score 123 here was, it was awesome to see that. We had 37 assists in this game. The ball movement was absolutely flawless in this game and so fun to watch. It was awesome. This was the best game, I think, in terms of our ball movement this season. It was great, and to have 37 assists against any team in the NBA is great. So that was a plus. Had 13 steals. Did a much better job in this game of forcing turnovers on the Nets' part. We forced 17 turnovers. Being active defensively, had 24 points off of turnovers. Capitalizing on our opponent's mistakes. That's when we're at our best, and we did a phenomenal job of that here. Had 56 points in the paint. Did a great job of attacking the basket here in this game, unlike the Hornets game. We settled too much offensively in the Hornets game. We didn't do that here against the Nets. We attacked all night, we're aggressive all night, and got those high percentage shots into the painted area. And the Nets only had 26 points in the paint, so we really dominated the painted area. And I thought our interior defense was a lot better in this game, and did a good job of forcing the Nets to shoot all the threes they took. Unfortunately for us, they were able to hit those threes. But interiorly, our defense was a lot better here in this game. We had 22 fast break points. You love seeing that. I thought we really forced the Nets to play at our tempo. Did a great job of getting out on the break, getting those easy buckets in transition. That's when we are at our best. And, we had 56 bench points in this game. That's great to see, especially after the terrible performance by our bench against the Hornets. We just really had no one besides Rudy Fernandez come off the bench and do anything. In this game, everyone off the bench for the most part contributed, and you love seeing the 56 bench points. That was huge for us, and a lot of positives to take out of this game. There were a couple bad things. Obviously, defensively, I thought Steele was not good here against the Nets. Give up 115 points to the Nets, who are a team that average 87 points per game. I mean, that's not acceptable. I mean, you're giving up 28 points more to a team than they average, and that's never good. And like I said before, our perimeter defense wasn't very good. The Nets shot 57% from the three-point line. They're only averaging about 33% from the three-point line this season. So once again, you're giving up too many open looks from three, and too many three-point shots, and too many points to a team that doesn't really average that many points and doesn't really shoot well from behind the three-point line. So would have liked to seen our defense from an execution standpoint be better. I thought the energy and effort was much better here, but defensively I think we could have executed better. We did have 19 turnovers. I don't like seeing that. We gave up 20 points off of those turnovers. Too many mistakes there. Got to eliminate those against Miami, or we're gonna get ran out of the building. So that's not good. Just mental mistakes. Can't make those. Just being a little sloppy down the stretch. And the fourth quarter defense, I didn't really like. We were outscored 35-23 in that quarter. You want to see us finish strong. We were up by 20 at this, at one point in this game, and we only end up winning by 8. I mean, just thought the execution down the stretch wasn't too great, and I thought defensively all night we could have been a lot better. But all in all, I thought it was a good bounce back win for the Nuggets, and it was good to see our team show a little bit of mental toughness here in getting a win over a team that we should beat after losing to a team that we should have beat. Into some individual performances here. Gallo had another great game here. He finished with 22 points, 5 assists, and 2 steals. Was 7-11 from the field, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, and 6 of 6 from the free throw line. This is now Gallo's 5th game of the season with at least 20 points. He's been on a roll as of late. Has been phenomenal for us offensively. For him to get 22 points on only 11 shots, just a really super efficient night for Gallo. He had 17 points in that first quarter. Was just scoring in a vast amount of ways and really taking it to the nets. And I think Gallinari's played phenomenal this year so far defensively. I thought he was decent, and I thought he was just awesome here. And when Gallo is aggressive offensively and he attacks the rim and he gets to the basket and is able to get to the free throw line, that's when everything else sets up for him, and that's when he's most deadly. And he's done a phenomenal job of that this season, of not settling offensively, of attacking the defense, attacking the basket, and getting to the rim, and not just settling for the outside shot and just trying to shoot threes all day. Gallo's done a phenomenal job of really setting up his perimeter offense with his ability to attack the basket. And he did that here once again against the Nets, and he's just been flawless this year. And like I said, he had 17 points in the first quarter. You love seeing that. You love seeing him get 22 points on only 11 shots and go 2 of 3 from the three-point line. That was great to see. And he has 5 assists. Gallinari, his passing is so underrated. He does a great job of setting up his teammates, and he was great here. Corey Brewer had another stellar game off the bench for us. He finished with 19 points. He was 7 of 8 from the field, 3 of 3 from the three-point line, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. I think he had 17 points in the second quarter alone. Is just a great energy guy for us. Comes off the bench, plays with great energy and effort, and when he can have an offensive night like this, that's just an added plus for us, and that's a bonus for us. And he was great here to get 19 points on 8 shots. Super efficient game for Corey Brewer. There's one point in this game where I think he hit 3 threes in a row. Obviously, with him going 3 of 3 from the three-point line, and of course running the floor. He's great in transition. Had a couple dunks here. Obviously had the alley-oop from Rudy, and was just great here. Was awesome. And Corey, it's great to see him getting minutes because he's definitely earned them. He's been a great spark for us this year, and the guy never quits. He plays with great effort, great energy, and that's why I love watching the guy play, and that's why I'm really happy he's on our team. Aflalo had a good night. 19 points, 3 boards for Aflalo. He goes 6 of 14 from the field, 4 of 6 from the three-point line, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Great game for Aaron. It was great to see him finally find his stroke from the three-point line. It was 4 of 6 from there. That's something Aaron's been struggling with early on in the season, so it's good to see him finally getting his legs, if you will, and him start shooting that 3-ball better. Rudy Fernandez probably had his best game of the year off the bench. Had 15 points, 8 assists, 5 boards, and 4 steals. It was great for us. Was 5 of 9 from the field, 2 of 4 from the three-point line, and 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Once again, Rudy does a great job of facilitating our offense. He had a couple teammates with that no-look pass of his. His no-look passes are awesome, and he's once again kind of like Gallinari, such an underrated passer. And for him to give us 15 points off the bench, you love seeing that. To get 15 points on only 9 shots, that's awesome to see. And then the 5 rebounds and 4 steals are an extra bonus for us. I thought defensively Rudy was pretty good in this game. Obviously getting the 4 steals and then getting our team running, getting them in transition. Obviously had the alley-oop to Brewer, and just did so much to affect this game. Affected the game in a vast amount of ways, getting the 15 points and then the 8 assists, and doing a great job of facilitating our offense and getting other guys involved. And like I said, he had a couple no-look passes in this game. He's had a couple of those this season that are just awesome to watch. And obviously the alley-oop to Brewer, and then the 5 boards and 4 steals, affecting the game with his defense and his rebounding. Rudy was phenomenal. Al Harrington had a nice bounce-back game, 13 points, 4 rebounds, still in a block for Al. He was 5 of 9 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Good bounce back for a game for Al Harrington. Only had 2 points against New Orleans, so it's good to see him kind of get back on track. And I thought defensively Al was pretty solid here. 13 points on 9 shots. Once again, another super efficient performance from one of our players. You love seeing that. I thought efficiency, offensively at least, was very good in this game. And lastly, Andre Miller, who started in place of Ty Lawson, who hurt his ankle in that game against the Hornets, finished with a double-double. He had 12 points, 12 assists, 4 rebounds and 2 steals. Also was 5 of 9 from the field and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Andre was phenomenal. I've said it before, Andre does a phenomenal job of getting us going offensively and getting us out in transition. Andre will get a rebound and he'll throw up a lob to whoever's running out there, and that's why we get so many easy buckets in transition, and does a great job of running our offense. You love seeing the 12 assists to go along to 12 points. Offensively, it was very solid and had a great game. I thought Andre was really, really good here, and I thought defensively was pretty solid against Darren Williams. So all all in all, a great game by Andre Miller, and he was great in the 12 assists. That's what you want to see out of Dre. I thought he was great here, and like I said, his lob passes, his ability to get us, getting us out in transition and get us going and picking up the pace of the game is really something that is so valuable to our team. So another great game for Andre Miller. For the Nets, Jordan Farmar led the way. He had 26 points, 3 assists, and 2 steals off the bench. Was 9 of 14 from the field, 6 of 8 from the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Just took advantage of some lapses in our defense perimeterly. And like I said, he goes 6 of 8 from the three-point line. Majority of his points came from there. Gave the Nets a nice spark off the bench. Anthony Morrow killed us in this game from the get-go. He finished with 23 points, 4 boards, and 2 steals. Was 9 of 17 from the field, 5 of 9 from the three-point line. Had a really good shooting night. Kind of slowed down as the game went on, but for the most part, he was really feeling it, and he was knocking down some tough shots. And Darren Williams finished with 16 points and 13 assists, a double-double for the Nets, but he did have 5 turnovers. Like I said, I thought defensively we were pretty good on Williams. I thought Andre did a good job on him when he was one-on-one with him, and Williams only shot 6 of 14 from the field, 3 of 5 for the three-point line, and only got to the free throw line twice. I thought we did a good job of forcing Darren Williams to become a jump shooter, not letting him get into the lane and get easy buckets and get to the free throw line, and I thought we were good there. I thought our interior defense was good. I think the problem was our perimeter defense here. So nice bounce back win for us. Great team win. You love seeing the way the bench played. You love seeing us shoot well. Just defensively, you got to fix some things and get back to playing smart, tough, physical defense for 4 quarters. So we're now 7-4 with this win. We got Miami tonight. Obviously going to be a tough game. I got a ton of respect for the Miami Heat. They're a phenomenal team. They're obviously going to be hungry for a win. They got 2 losses in a row to the Warriors and most recently to the Los Angeles Clippers. No shame in that. But they lost both games in overtime. So obviously they're going to be hungry for a win. They've lost 2 close games, and they're going to come to play. And they're a phenomenal defensive team. They're great in transition. And we got to limit our turnovers, not let them run in transition, play good defense, and do a good job of executing offensively. And I think we can win. We just got to play great, though, because the Miami Heat are a great team. I'm a huge fan of LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, even Norris Cole, Mario Chalmers, Udonis Haslem, Battier. They got a ton of guys that can play, and it's going to be an interesting game. And definitely we got to play better defense than we did against the Nets if we want to beat the Heat, because if we play this type of perimeter defense, I think the Heat might put 130 on us because they got some shooters, but we just got to keep them out the lane and not let them get in transition and play solid defense. So I'm done rambling. Thanks for watching the video, guys. A great win for the Nuggets, and as always, go Nuggets.